Welcome to Deathmatch Nations Cup Silver League with some wild civilizations in game 1 between India and International. We do have Agent P up top with the Georgians. He will be playing against the Sicilians of Griffin, going straight for the castle start. In the south, we do have Gamerisdc for the international team, sporting the Megas, going against the 2P of Super Trumpy Russia in this case, I suppose. Maybe Super Ipirapema Russia. In the pocket, we've got the Pocket Galore, really good pocket player for the Indian team, Legion, against VoNDutcH, who has newly shifted out of Bulgaria to become an international man. And he's playing the Franks. No market here, no market for the other pocket either. And it is actually the 2P that are rushing. Gamer, with this CA start, not really maybe what you want to do against full Trumpy opening. I think some Paladins would have gone hard against the 2P, but we're not making Paladins. A little bit weird, but I guess we want to combine it with the French Paladin. Gamba is up. Bet your points. Now, I did it myself, so you have to bet, because it's streamer work that went into it. It's mods are lazy. And the Trumpy are going forward. Cavachos. How good are they? 2P Trumpy. They're the faster ones, right? Yeah, they're the faster moving ones. That's quite useful for some Wild Snipes. Superman Arm Rusher got one. Probably gonna get a lot more here. Gamer not making a chicken castle, going on TCs before castles. Griffin, what have you told your guy? Don't make TCs before castles. Oh my god. Oh my god. And that's 6 villagers lost because Gamer refuses to make a castle as flank. Both pockets are here. A lot for Legion here as well. Don't tell me it's the 2P side that's going to win here. India showing up strong to game 1. Griffin himself is pushing forward with the donjons and the siege. But Georgians should be relatively fine against that. VoNDutcH coming over there, sniping villagers on the castles. Maxi not around? Maxi's the water expert, man. He will come for the home maps. No melee units, yeah. I think Gamer played too much with Maxi. A CA opening is not the choice here. Maxi with too big influence on this team. Even Gamer trying to play like Maxi. No castles, full CA. That's not the way. Might be the way for the way, but for no other civ. Not even for the Megas. Well, that's a nice death trap now. It's actually a good fight here around the TC with the Paladins in front. Really need those as a meat shield. In the middle, Agent P looking to go to the middle. Kind of intercepted by Griffin though. Griffin in a good position up north. Legion going straight to the middle now, and there's nothing for VoNDutcH. He's got 2 oddly placed castles next to each other and nothing on his eco. Castle placement also questionable here. We do have castles, but they aren't where our villagers are, not where the TCs are, not where we need them as a protection. Therefore, Legion finding damage here on the front. Griffin trying to carry his team with the Sicilians. Pockets on both sides, and Gamer has stabilized. Skirmishers! Skirmishers against Trumpy! We saw a lot of skirmishers by Mexico and Spain, but at least they made them against Japanese or against Dravidians. They didn't go skirmishers against Trumpy. I guess Blackwood Archers. We're thinking about Blackwood Archers, but Oranges are better, I think. And Magia CA should also be fine versus Blackwood Archers. In the north, Griffin's still in a good position. Cheaper repairs at least for the Indian civilization. Pocket-wise, maybe Legion went... yeah, Legion is out of gold, so tank a bit empty, therefore more positions that VoNDutcH can be in. And we do have another Trumpy Ridge. We'll find more villagers of Gamer. Villager count is pretty low for Team International. Army count is looking good for them though. So lots of raiding. Legion also raiding the trade that has started very nice and early for the international team. Griffin still with an advantage, pushing forward here. Agent P in trouble. VoNDutcH also raiding. No trade outside that side yet. Do have a water play for Superman at Arms Russia as well, using the lakes. Something that not everybody does on this map, but it's really good because there's tons of oysters here, so the lakes actually have gold in them. No, Gamer! Gamer shoots his own Cav archers. Massive self-kill shot. Friendly fire 18. 18 Cav archers died in the making of this clip. Somebody should clearly clip that. And spam it in Gamers chat. Blackwood archers trying to surround here, but the onagers are for once shooting at the enemy. And that is significantly better. That's why we don't let Huggy have resources. But Huggy loves Ethiopians and stuff. I mean, at least he didn't shoot his teammate, right? Lots of trebuchets for Griffin. Griffin fully embracing the Frost 9 style push here. In the teal color as well. That is probably helping when you're playing donjons. And lots of trebuchets forward. It's more a freaking Andy amount of trebuchets. Or Turfox amount of trebuchets. They're protected, so not Turfox yet. And they're not lonely in the middle of the map. Castles to secure that position. Gamer will struggle now because he lost so many villagers. Can't really replace his army. Legion is coming in order to push him. More raids here, but there is a forward castle by Agent P. What's happening there? Agent P with a Zhao castle on the trade line of International Wild Game 1. Unimpressed, don't know what onagers are. Well, they're dealing with them though. With the Chumpy, and Agent P actually tried to go SO as well, but Agent P is losing his base big time. He's going for the sneaky plays here. No response to that really from Griffin. Griffin fully focused on his forward push where the Helvetiers are out of position. Siege Onagers versus Trebuchets. Good job to fire with the traps on the SO. That saves Griffin's push from disaster. Some Helvetiers now in position as well. Castles and donjons firing, so Griffin keeps the push alive. No pocket clear up here, but problems for Team International in the south. The 2P are dominating their side. What the hell is going on? Are 2P underrated? They're very cheap. I mean, that's helpful. Honestly, in Silver League, they might be a good civ. I don't think on high level they're really good. Them being cheap makes them kind of easy to play. Benanji won a game for us with 2p2, but I mean, they was against Iceland, so not sure how much that says. Chumpy streaming into the base of Gamer. Gamer at 7 military. Gamer is in shambles. Griffin is still pushing, but the trade is dying to the forward castle that is producing Monaspa. Nobody addressing this Zhao castle. This is the best Zhao castle we've ever seen. Also, the lake usage, amazing for Team India. Everybody has a fishing ship fleet and catapult galleons up here. Griffin had a nice push, but it feels like this game will go to India. By using the map features, VoNDutcH is doing so as well. VoNDutcH still in a decent spot. Maybe VoNDutcH can clear this up. But VoNDutcH has only 20 paladins and they are chilling under Griffin's theses. No trebuchet there in the back. They need to send something that is not a paladin to take down this castle and save their trade. So therefore no support to Gamer. VoNDutcH kind of being a bit AFK, only focusing on overbooming. And not really on defending his flanks. And there's the clear up north for Legion. Griffin lost his push as well. And now it's looking really tough for Team International. 68 army only. Pocket overboomed and flanks underboomed is not a great mixture. India as well, more gold. Oysters, man. Important on this map. Mega losing to 2P should be almost impossible. There was also Legion there, right? 2p underrated though. 2p underrated, guys. 10 trebuchets. Amazing game by Superman at Arms Rusher. I mean, he rushed down Gamer as well. The Canadian-less opening was a problem for Gamer as well. He at least had a pushback, but now it's full control. Even middle pushes in favor of India. That castle is still there! The markets are falling. Nobody responding to that castle. Griffin is staunchly ignoring it, and I don't like that. He had so many trebuchets. That bro! You're gonna lose them at the front! Send them to this castle! Kill this thing! These 2 trebuchets at the front are just a waste. Griffin did win his 1v1, kind of, but now he's losing to the shenanigans of Agent P. And it's looking bad for Gamer down south. Losing to a lineup with 2p. I mean, they did use Georgians though, so they did use a strong serve, but they used like Franks and Megas. Both used Franks, I guess. Yeah, unfortunate game for Griffin and boys. Griffin needed more donjon spam. I think he needed less donjon spam in some way. He needed some protection for Zico. Oh. Needed castles in the eco, not really the strong suit of Team India. The leading farm villagers now. VoNDutcH notices he's overboomed, and welcome Grath Raiders to the stream. We're watching Deathmatch Nations Cup and some really fun players in International A versus India. Silver League coverage right now. Thank you for the raid. Can we get a shout out, mods? Otherwise I'll do one after the game, as it's looking very good for the Indian national team. We have 2p domination in Deathmatch for probably the first time ever. Blackwood Archers might be dominant in RM, but definitely were not really a thing in Deathmatch up until now. So quite the amazing game here. Thank you so much for the raid, Grethrank. Welcome everybody. This tournament has been a lot of fun to watch, so consider sticking around, maybe following, because these games are really delivering. We have a big match in the main event tonight as well. 19 GMT, Germany A, the team with Viper and Nilly, will face USA B with a lot of old DM legend. Should be a really good one, and a close quarterfinals. USA B sporting some top DM players, A and B pretty close for the US teams, and Germany A, or the German All-Star team, with the RM legends and the DM legends. Has Nilly played a game at all? Unfortunately not. He would have played against Australia, but then Australia had to reschedule. Viper has played quite a lot though. Throwing X-Men moving in for Legion. It is looking very dire for the international team. This game doesn't have too many legs anymore. They've basically lost our map control. Mandelbrot Baum, thank you for the follow. And I will do a shout out myself. If you're not yet, check out Grethrank. He's hosting some fun show matches. And just did recently show match, was it Showdown Cup, I think? Where players had objectives for extra points. Headin's trying to defend against the Monaspa, but Griffin's base is slowly disintegrating as well. Gamers basically has disintegrated. Only one castle anymore. They do have trade. There's not much trade for India. So I guess theoretically that would be something, but does India need trade? They have full middle control and can take all the golden. The chair shot off their gold with Agent P. 10k gold challenge is more important, man. They want to join Quendy. Oh, turns out I faced Dragonair 3 times on rank. RIP. How did it go for you though, aka Ninja Star? GG's are being called. Gamer has to tap out his team as well. Was a close game, but the opening issues for Griffin, and then kind of losing to 2P. Griffin, for Gamer, I mean. Griffin maybe a bit too focused on the one line push here, ignoring this castle that kind of ended up killing them completely in the north, and secured the lakes for Team India, where they could take lots of oysters. Mandelbrotbaum, yay, I found the streamer able to pronounce my username right. That happens if you have German names and enter German streamers' channels, I would say. Faced him 8 months ago, a few weeks ago, overall got 2 out of 3. Not bad, not bad. And those are the statistics. Lots of army for Superman and Arm Russia. Confirmed. 2P OP. Maybe you should rename them into OP. That was one of the worst jokes I ever did. VoNDutcH with the biggest economy, arguably too big though. Eco overall reaching here 52 plus 117 plus trade units, so that is too much. And then the pocket at eco, the flanks didn't bode out well for the international team, but definitely a close game. So should have all the chances to come back stronger later in the series. Maybe in game 2 already. Probably gonna be Team Islands, as International has been winning every Team Islands game they played. But maybe they plan it for later. Let me check. We are still set to Golden Lakes. So will not be Golden Lakes again, but no home map picked yet. As the international team spotted the Magyars, the Sicilians, and the Franks. Franks on the other side as well. Georgians able to defend in the end, and 2P domination. I will be right back. There's a stat sheet for DMNC. Robo just sent me. Use the search I can make a copy of the sheet. Ooh, nice. You want a quick break between the next game though, maybe. On some future breaks we can take a look at the stats that Robo made. I'm back. Do we know the next map yet? We don't. So let's explore Robo's DMNC statistics. Drafting, Civ, map stats, data, map craft stats. I want to see the map probabilities. Warning, it's a bit wide. I guess the warning comes too late, but it's very wide. It's daytime though, right? Well, daytime for me. All divisions. Well, there's only 2 divisions. So, neutral map. Team Islands has never been neutral map. I guess it's not what you would have as a neutral map. First band, pick, neutral map. How often did what get played though? Golden Stream is the most banned map. Runestones is the most picked map. Coast to Mountain actually close. Least picked is Golden Stream as well, so I guess Golden Stream is the odd one out here a bit. And it to be neutral 2 times. Outcrop and Canyon Lake seems to be the maps people can agree on to leave open, but nobody is excited for. Makes sense, they're pretty similar, both Canyon Lake and Outcrop. Like the hilly, but pretty runestonesy maps. Golden Lake's getting 10 times even neutral, right? Not picked that much. Not 24 times. Actually, Golden Lake's picked way more than I would have thought. Vinland Saga, I feel like I didn't see much. Yeah, Vinland Saga got banned a lot as well. And not picked much. Vinland Saga actually a bit banned less than Golden Stream, but not picked more at all. So only a little bit more Vinland Saga than Golden Stream. Team Islands was banned a lot, but also picked a lot. Or like picked a lot as the first map to get it past the bans. That makes sense. Are we still set to Golden Lakes? And Civ map stats. Do we just have pure Civ stats as well? Kind of like to see the win rate of the civilizations. Okay, I think this is overall win rate. Yeah. They have 100% win rate. No, highest win rate is Shu! I guess on water, right? But who would expect that Shu has the highest win rate in Deathmatch? The highest, right? Yeah, Shu is the top civ. Crazy. Essex 50% at least. Where's the lowest win rate? Malians actually really low, 32% only. 25% for Mapuche. 25% for Tatars. 20% for Wu. Wu is the worst civ in this tournament. Yeah, Wu has the lowest win rate. So Shu the highest and Wu the lowest. Dualities of China. There's no 70% at all, right? It's only Shu have a 70% win rate. And I mean, 10 out of 13 games, it's not that low. I guess all of them are on team lines. No, Coast to Mountain actually, they were 2-0. Golden Stream, they are 1-0. Team Islands, they're 6-1. Dude's is almost under 40%. Yeah, that can be too slow, right? Can be rushed down. Dravidians, take that, Lucky Cubs! Dravidians 35%. Echoes to Circus the Ring. Humans with 66%. So I guess rushing still works. Georgian's high as well. Can someone point out the country of international to me on the map? Yes. Let me do that. Pointing on it right now. Pointing on it right now as well. Still pointing on it. And still pointing on it. Done. If you want to know who the players are, these are the players plus VoNDutcH, who's not updated on Wikipedia. Oh, it just got refreshed. think Robo might be listening, so maybe VoNDutcH is in there now. No. Wrong hope. But he did the stats. And we're going to Team Islands, which is finally hosted. Had a lot more re-hosting going on, so thanks a lot, Robo, that we have the stats, so I have something to do. 71% for Khmer. I found a 70%. Khmer with the second highest win rate. I mean, Polar showed why. Is it on Kavasan? Yeah, it's kind of on Kavasan. 3-0, right? 4-1 on Coast to Mountain as well. Is international just a ball of all countries? I'm not sure if it's a ball. Is the globe a ball? VoNDutcH was already on Bulgaria. Yeah, I think it was allowed to switch teams. For some reason it was allowed. It was allowed to switch teams within a nation between group stage and playoffs. I think in the handbook, like always. And since the other players left him, I guess he was able to join international. Don't ask me why. I'm not an admin, but he is definitely playing right now for Team International, so I feel like that should be reflected. Oh no, I changed my zoom level for the stats. I hope I didn't miss the Team Islands game looking at the... Silver League is not listed on Specdash. It should be a flat plane. Always has been, my friend. My AO2 brag is I've beat 2 nations DM captains in RM. Griffin and Man. Yeah, well, hey. Griffin is... but I think Griffin is making his rise quite fast through RM, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's higher than you know. Man is playing RM surprises me, honestly. Does he play RM? Thought maybe he's just playing it without, like, learning it. Kales only 60%. It's kind of disappointing statistic for Kales. What does Saracens have? Like, let's look at some of the big hitters. Saracens have 65%. Saracens higher than Kels. I've been saying it. Slavs only 54, but I guess they get played a lot against each other. They play a lot of RM? Alright. It was a practice game with Griffin? Do we count practice games? I guess you do. Shu 75, yeah, Shu OP. That's the big standout statistic. Megas also 66. On Coast to Mountain. 2-0. 3-1 on Kavasan. 5-1 on Canyon Lake. Feel like 5-1 should be highlighted more than 1-0. 5-1 is grey, 1-0 is green, but the 5-1 is way more important. Speaking of them, how would I weigh? 50%, that's surprisingly high. I guess lots of loot ones. No outcrop. 3-0 on outcrop. What the hell? They still haven't started. I think they're having a hard battle with the E. I don't know an easy way other than if it's 0x or x0. Yeah, that makes sense that it's harder to implement, but it can be implemented. Slavs lost a lot on Canyon Lake, lost a lot on Golden Lakes. Also won, obviously. Kavasan, what? How are they good on Kavasan? They're not supposed to be good on Kavasan. And Vinland Saga makes sense. Fastest for the win rate in general? Feels like it, right? EM is coming back to its roots, guys. No siege domination. I mean, Chinese have a high one, right? But that's Cumans, Burgundians. Burgundians? Some are outliers without much data, right? Britons also. Well, that's a slow for the good win rate. Bohemians only 50%. Berbers with 61. $14 guys. maxymczech is in the lobby. Same players for India. As kicker var Super Mad Arm Rusher, by the way. We can confirm that. So will be Super Mad Arm Rusher, Agent, and Legion again. Will be Maxi, Gamer, and VoNDutcH. Captain benched. Griffin, I think, has not been playing Team Islands himself, really, right? But can VoNDutcH play Team Islands? I feel like maybe Griffin should play instead of VoNDutcH here. Gamer and Maxi were quite good on it. We have a game! Let's go! Some of the Burgundians might be typos that should be Burmese. I think that would explain a lot. Burmese are really good. Burgundians, I don't know. But we're going to Team Islands. The result was India. And game 2 number is up. Dravidians! Portuguese and Vikings. I mean, kind of. So that kind of makes sense in this pool. Chinese, Armenians, Byzantines. What? No Spanish? Okay, we're under-investing maybe even at Armenians instead of Italians. I don't know. They're keeping Italians for Coastal Mountain. Risky gaming for Team International. They are trusting on Chinese only as a strong civ. Byzantines are good. Maybe Byzantines are better than Italians. With the Dromon, maybe. Armenians are a bit slow, but I guess so are Dravidians. And Armenians don't have fast fire or something, so they can really struggle against Therishadai. And against Caravels. And against Longboards maybe even. I think Armenians might be terrible. I mean, Longboards are... Maybe Armenian Gaelies is fine with Longboards actually. Against Dravidians and Portuguese I could see Armenians struggling though. Well, we are loading in. No shipwright either for RM reasons. Yes. No shipwright, no treadmill. That's the big problem of Armenians. Why they sound good with shooting more with their galleys, but tend to be... always start on the back foot, right? And that's pretty bad still, even though Team Islands can usually go a bit longer. Starting on the back foot can be a big issue for Armenians. And like they obviously overall cost more wood, right? So shipwright is pretty essential. Dravidians also don't have treadmill crane, but do at least have shipwright. And we're in game number 2. Gamer is playing the Armenians on the southern flank against Super Mad Arm Russia's Vikings. So maybe the best position for them to go against the Viking. In the middle, VoNDutcH is playing Byzantines with 1 back dock and 1 front dock. That seems a bit indecisive. Against Legion with the Portuguese. And up top it is Agent P with the Dravidians facing the Chinese powerhouse for maxymczech, who's making a faraway market. Like, not that efficient on build time here, but 2 docks up for Maxi already. Carrack? We're not opening dragon ships. I guess a few Carracks and then dragon ships makes sense. Front docks for most other players. Vikings actually going front and side. Going more side docks. Vikings are pretty fast though, so they have treadmill crane, they have cheaper docks, I guess. And they don't have shipwright, right? But I guess at least they're cheaper. I mean, it's with some Carracks out as well. Some fire opening. I don't like fire opening. I think Carrack opening should be the way. Early Caravels for Legion will be another elite Caravel play. What is this 1-1? Oh, oops. Okay, it was all Burmese. That makes sense. We do have whales on this as well. They are usually completely irrelevant. Maxi jumping forward with lots of Caravels. No dragon ships at all, but the Caravels are taking out Therishadai. Too early Therishadai here. for Agent P. No caravels of himself. Ooh, I feel like mistakes are being made by Agent P here on the Dravidians. And now the Luchuans are out and Maxi is looking to dominate Team Islands again. VoNDutcH with a good jump in the middle as well. Lots of fires. Not sure about the fires, but the early transition to the unique ship means that the fire opening is working. Not enough Carax for the other team. Gamer even joining in there. Gamer kind of ignoring the Viking. They are all going onto the Dravidian and the Portuguese and trying to sync up with the mighty Chinese navy of maxymczech. I can see why Maxi is a sick 2K1 player. No, 2K player. Well, not right now. King Boo humbled him again, but he has some skills and he's showing them on the carry civ with the Chinese. Legion pushing back a bit though. Yeah, there was too many fires for VoNDutcH. Losing to Carax now. Oh, VoNDutcH wasting the Dromons. VoNDutcH, Noob 1600 needs 2K Maxi to carry him. Oh wait, it's the other way around. Kind of losing a lot to the Gales here. Okay, VoNDutch's fires are here. Never mind, he didn't lose them all. He's supporting Gamer with them. I'm sorry, VoNDutcH, throwing shade on you for no reason. But it's a close game. There's advantages for both. No docs for Agent P anymore at all though. So Agent P kind of in a coma. Surrounded by maxymczech with 2 Luchuans. Agent P having a really rough game here. maxymczech domination and therefore only 2 players on the water for Team India. Should look solid for the other team, and Agent P, even though his team is still fighting, calls the GG. Superman and Arm Rusher didn't even really get into the game. Side dogs, he was too slow. Back dogs to make an impact with the strongest civilization. Vikings kind of supposed to be the carry civilization here for India, but Super Man at Arm Rusher didn't super and didn't rush, and therefore maxymczech gets another dominant water victory. Undefeated Team Islands player, as he calls himself in chat. Here to boast, here to make clips of the whole games. You should clip one scene of game 1 as well. By the way, Maxi, where Gamer shot his own CA. We need a clip of that. Easy for Maxi. Yeah, congrats, Maxi. Maxi can't only dominate with the Spanish on Team Islands. He can do it with China as well. Well done. But also a bit of a wrong opening, I think. Not enough Carax for the 2 players up top for India, and 2 defensive play for Superman and Arm Rusher. Wanted to get to that longboat mass undisputed, but turns out why he wasn't disputed, his team was disputed off the map. GG. Nice quick clap back for International A. What's Maxi's score versus Boo? I think 1-84 or something? Boo said it earlier. Okay, it's not 84, it's 28. Did I say 84? I didn't mean to say 84. I don't know, it was good to say 84. Yeah, I shouldn't backtrack. Got a new lobby. No map selected yet though. And the Dravidian stat just got worse. Just got worse. And it just got worse. What I've discovered is that Vietnamese are incredibly boring civ. What are the civ rules? You need to play Vietnamese every game, King Boo? Or versus Vietnamese every game? You have to play Vietnamese. So Maxi's going against Vietnamese every time? What is that setting? So either he wins or Vietnamese wins. So he always wins or what? Maxi has to play every Civ in the game once and get 53 times Vietnamese. Oh my god, yeah, that sounds incredibly boring having to play Vietnamese every game. I think if you spam Battle Elephants for 53 games, that also gets boring, Kiki. We should cross off Civs though. Dravidians. I never understood these guys who only play one Civ or force pickets, so I couldn't. Dravidians were used for India, Vikings, and Portuguese. At least they didn't invest anything for land maps. So Dravidians can be used at times on land though. On the other side, it was the Armenians getting through. Chinese, obviously the bigger invest there, and then we had the Byzantines. Oh, your win was a relic victory? 28 Civ wins. Yeah. You only saw Elephant Floods 3 times so far? Unlucky. Lobby still set to Team Islands. Maxi, you need to speed your team up a bit, yeah. You were so quick to transition from game to chat. The other way around is what we need. Otter, I made some of the X1 or 1X colored as well. Oh, that's great. Let me refresh. Here's the DM streaming? You've not found my channel yet? I mean, I guess you haven't been playing much this tournament. Because your team didn't. Now you have a team that actually shows up to games. Must feel good, right? Ooh, we've got purple now as well. Why are these purple? Oh, they're ones that were played the most, right? So I guess we have most played Muisca? Oh no, the ones that were played on all maps. That's the overall played number here. I mean, if we played only once? No, that's not true. No, that's just numbering from 1 to 53. Is that how often they were played, or is that how often? No, that's played on every map. Muisca were played on every map. Played number is here. What's the most played one, actually? Byzantines were 73 times. Japanese 85 times. I guess the double ones, right? Byzantines were double, Japanese were double in the most popular Civ pool. So that makes sense. And then lots of Slavs. I can add a filter and order it. I don't know. I would need to make a copy, and I don't know how to make a copy. Duplicates from full touring groups, yeah. So the versatile Civs are the Byzantines, the Goths, the Italians, the Japanese, and the Muisca. I think Muisca were a throwaway pick on Team Islands, though. How often? Twice. One time on Golden Stream. They lost all of that, though. They have a really bad win rate, actually. Positive win rate on Runestones out of everything. And even one here. Ah, now there we have a green 6-1 now, for sure. That went to India. Home map win here. And we are going to Runestones. What could we see on Runestones? Top left, file, make a copy. But now something wrong happened. How do I sort? Such a noob with this. I don't want to embarrass myself any longer. Let's think about Civs through Runestones. Saracens, Celts? Is there another good map for Saracens though? Outcrop, right? You rather play them on Outcrop. Oh no, Coastal Mountain. You have to play on Coastal Mountain. Since Koreans weren't used on Team Islands, maybe Koreans here, but it also feels more like Outcrop or Coastal Mountain. Could try something rushy. But there's Vinland Saga still, right? I almost feel like India might do a throwaway here. But it's their home map, so they will probably play Sicilians, Bulgarians, and then maybe Lithuanian pocket. That could be a decent lineup. Who is playing, by the way? VoNDutcH, Gamer, and Maxi. Griffin, what's happening? Did you retire? Oh no, never mind. That was an old lobby. It's Griffin, Gamer, and Maxi. Okay, VoNDutcH is in chat. He's sitting out. That makes a lot more sense. VoNDutcH not allowed to play Runestones. Ooh, we benched the armor for the standard map. And that's a wild selection. We've got Celts though. Ethiopians, Malians, Turks for India. Celts, Wei, Khitans for Team International. So they are hoping that they can simply win with the Celts and don't need the other civs. International won game 2, 90% bet on them. So that was a good bet. And game 3, Gamba is up because we decline the offer from sketchy betting sites, but we do like to gamble with rocks. And Turks on flank, Malian pocket, Ethiopian flank. Ethiopian flank can be one of the better ones versus Celts if you invest like a lower civ and want to go against Celts. So could see that working out for India, but Griffin with Celts should be scary. Griffin likes siege civs. Why does I disable the music already? I don't know. Important game 3 about to start. Bet your rocks now. Does the international team know the way? I did my part already. The professional DM, please. 50% win rate is enough. Nah, man, come on. Welcome to game number 3. Yeah. We've got maxymczech with the Khitan flank going against Superman versus Turks. Ooh, that's a bit unlucky for the Khitans. And up top we've got the talked about matchup Ethiopians versus the Celts. So I think lucky generation the way around for India. Lots of quick walls, but armor spotted. Griffin has turned an armor. He is making palisade walls. VoNDutcH. You can't say they're DM pros and then they're making palisade walls, my man. Gamerisdc with the Way pocket gets to do another Cavato opening. Man, what this Gamer turned into Maxi. And on the other side, we've got a Legion with the Malian pocket. That should be very good against the Way pocket as well. So really needs to be Griffin domination here for Team International, or they will lose their Celts game probably. Not too convinced. I think India finding nice counter civs here. Especially Terz, man. Also openly hating on his own captain whenever his own captain co-casts. Shameful behavior. Legion looking to rush. Shunned by radar, play by gamer. I don't know, it might be gaming, but is it good? Villagers going down. Griffin killed 2 with the kills though. But gamer lost 2. Think this is all reliant on Griffin though. Can the Celts dominate in the north? There is a castle, there are siege workshops out. We are going forward early. Arbalest, I think, like the addition, but risky against Celt SO. And Torsion engines SO need to come out. Bombard cannons. A bit RMR behavior here by Agent P as well. As the step lancers go forward, but go forward into camels. Don't think in this matchup you can really play step lancers. You need to play it help siege or like unique units rocket card would be the way to play this matchup for the Khitans. I don't think Maxi knows about that though. He's playing countered units that the Turks can easily deal with their own CA and camels. Xianbai also really easy to dominate with just mass camel spam. It's all reliant on Griffin here. If I remembered, Andy winning with Frost into the M-Fails just with good Ethiopian BBC control. Yeah, that's... Andy has made that work a lot. Also in CMOD he tried, I think, successfully sometimes playing Ethiopians into Celts. So that's the reason they say Ethiopians can be one of the better like eco civs to beat the Celts. Because Andy has showed us that it works. But you need to micro really well. Forward castle for Griffin. Big problems for Griffin's team on the other fronts. We need rocket cards for Maxi. I think just cavalry units against Turks is not going to work, Maxi. Oh, VoNDutcH, I think you should play the land maps, and Maxi should probably only play the water maps. This is not looking pretty. Griffin usually wins the side, but didn't really win it convincingly enough against Agent P game 1 in order to win the game, and I feel like we might see the same here. He's pushing, he's losing siege though, and Maxi is just in complete shambles. Turks S tier, well, if you play full step lanes into them, then they're a lot better. Xianbai pocket, I don't know. Help SO pocket, help. That does not even help. We need help here. Gamer needs to provide helps to Maxi. Not only help, but also help. Oh, Xianbai are going forward. Maybe push with the Celts then at least? I don't know. Keeps Legion busy. I guess Legion can't help with the Celts, but can he even with mains anyways? Not much meat shade for Griffin. Pretty much pure SO, so I guess even the main pocket would be fine with a clear up here. There's lots of questions for VoNDutcH. There's lots of questions. I don't have the answers. To explain what your team's doing. I can only say that Maxi is dying. Siege! Yeah, now it's double CA. Khitan CA are pretty bad. I mean, yeah, they heal. I think they're lacking some other things for it. Only bloodlines. I guess it's fine, but you don't need them with the Xianbai. Tiger Calf now. Tiger Calf can be useful here. It's a lot of ranged units. For Superman at Arm Rusher. Oh no, clear ups up top. B to all the war units coming here. Xianbai Raiders there as well. Where are the forward castles for Griffin? He still has the stone. Where's the infantry? Where's the Scorpions to protect his SO? Like, where's the Scorps with this, right? Scorps would make this a lot stronger as well. Moin Cactus! Are you the first cactus? Are you the one cactus that fell on someone's head? Only cactus. What happened to all the others? I thought they are easy to maintain. What's not so easy to maintain is Maxi space. He is run villagers to the corner. Oh lord, oh lord, oh lord. Just banking on the Celts and doing random stuff with the other two civilizations doesn't really work. And honestly, Griffin didn't play this great either. Doesn't really have the support for his siege. Now Gamer is trying to play with him. He's aiming the traps nicely. But Agent P didn't have the biggest trouble holding this for as long as he did. And Maxi space is completely gone. Did like Thanos, but does that not only take out 50% of the cactuses? So were there only two to begin with? Traps! They're 6 to begin with! And they will survive. Because we're shooting at the Shanbai, I guess. They're trying to protect the siege, the war traders, or the whatever it is. That Shortles? Was that Shortles? Something went for the trebuchets. Wayne Keatons is kind of wild. Griffin tries cooking with too much at times. Yes. I don't know if this is even cooking. This just makes no sense. Oh, GG's called. Maxi is ripped. Kales couldn't push through. That's obviously post GG, but it's still nice shots on the Shanbei. Unfortunate attempt for International A. Wasting their Kales like this. I don't know, man. I don't know if you should really play your Kales with 2 Crabsivs that do weird openings. I mean, I do know. You should not. Wild 65 Step Lancers against Turks also not the play. And then all the Cavatchers and the Shanbei Raiders didn't really align. Superman and Armrusher with a great KD. Facing a lot of things that are really bad versus his army. Legion with big economy. And yeah, kind of a convincing game by India. Weird strategy by the international team. India 2-1 ahead. Sporting the Turks, the Ethiopians, and the Malians, so didn't even invest much here. Other team Khitan's way and did lose the Celts, which is the big one. Home map win for Team India. We do have lobby, but still set to runestones. I'll be right back with game number 4. If you haven't followed the channel yet, but are enjoying the DM action, consider to leave a follow. More to come, also high level match tonight. I'm back. And thanks for the follow, Namke. Wait, Namke, you've been not following yet? Do you just unfollow and refollow to make me feel good? After I said one good follow. So I heard the sound and was happy that it worked, but actually you tricked me. Convincing argument? Okay, maybe you actually didn't follow yet. But you've been in the chat a few times. I remember your name. Wayne Keatons is kind of wild. One could say that, yeah. Oh, I already read that. No, just forgot to do it. Alright, then good that I reminded you. And obviously glad you're having fun. Coast to mountain. To my knowledge, refollowing doesn't trigger the alert. If you wait a bit, it does. I think you need to unfollow, wait 5 minutes, and then refollow. Then we had like the follow goal to make the free-for-all tournament 1,000 plays. A lot of the regulars were always unfollowing and refollowing to do the alerts to get more people to follow because they really wanted the tournament to happen. It does ruin your follow since da though, that people see when they click on your name. For example, why don't you say hi is following me since January this year? And he had a sub for 2 months. That's a watch trick icon? No, that's just a Twitch thing. A peak stream. Obviously, you're always watching a peak stream when you're here. Peak area too. One was gifted, one was paid. I like it that it doesn't discriminate between gifted and paid, so I can look like a long-time supporter of some people who never paid a single sub. Mainly some of the big streams. Because I tend to watch smaller community streams. And like only sometimes when I follow an S tier I watch the big ones. But I keep getting subs there. Because I watch them at times, I guess, and I overwatch a lot. We're going to coast to mountain, but they are, as always in this series, taking quite a bit. We have more statistics. Team search. Oh, one can even look for teams. Oh, France. That's very helpful for team prep. What is international? Let's look at the teams in question, right? India. Partially even lists players here. Interesting what they did with Coast 1. They banned it. Only once though. No, they banned it twice actually, so I guess they're not feeling too confident about Coast 1. The map that we're about to see. Maybe a good one for Team International. There's VoNDutcH and Gamer in the lobby, but also Nico Stafford, who I don't think is a player, and he's playing on PlayStation, so he won't be able to play the map even. And there's Griffin, so Maxi is benched again. He did carry Team Islands and then Titanic on Runestones, that checks out. Maxi is a water player. If you didn't know, now you know. Maxi in International A team, yes. National A team has Griffin, Primus, Lamo, Gamer, Nathespike, Maxi, and VoNDutcH. We're going to coast to mountain. So, Kelt's already used. What do you do now with international civs here, really, right? Mongols? Mongols and Saracens probably up top. Then Italians for the water for international. Maybe Britons for the water and then to support the Saracens for the Team India. In the middle, Vietnamese or Khmer for the elephants. And then on this side, Burmese, Mongols, Italians would be the meta lineup. These three and these three would be the meta lineup, I think. Maybe Vietnamese. Wasn't there a Bulgarian team? They played one match and then they left poor VoNDutcH alone, I think. Maybe they played more, I don't remember. But they didn't finish the stage. We're on Costa Mountain, let's go! Oh, there's the same take. What is going on here? Griffin is cooking again, guys. Griffin is cooking again. No Mongols. Got the Hindu attempted counter pick against the Saracens. Welcome to Coast to Mountain. Reasonable matchup here. Saracens up top for Superman at Arm Rush. Magyars in the middle. Not sure if you want to Magyar this map, but alright. Something that we saw yesterday as well, I think. And Legion with the Koreans. So really high invest. We're investing Koreans onto the Coast to Mountain water. On the other side, Gamer is playing Britons up top. Wait, is Britons even in the pool? Yeah, there's Britons. Okay. And then in the middle, they have the Hindustanis for VoNDutcH. Kind of countering the opponent's team, minus the Koreans. And at the bottom, we have Bengalis here. That's such a massive silver on other maps. I'm not sure if you want to really use your Bengalis on Coast to Mountain. Also against Koreans, not like the greatest, but I guess you can jump water first with your first villagers. And Griffin is doing so, getting the docks up very early. So I'm calling the game for India and for International A in between 5 seconds. There's exam. Dock stopped. Griffin with the Carrack Rush. Ooh, winning water against Koreans. That would be huge if Griffin can pull that off. At the top, Superman at Arm rushing. But with Cav Archers of the Saracens. Cav Archer opening for the Saracens. Well, can be good on top side to snipe some villagers. And he killed 4, but now the camels come over of VoNDutcH. Paladins harassing the Dogvilles, but we did get 6 dogs up for Griffin. Needs to send everything forward here. Maybe not just Carracks, as one turtle is already taking out the Carracks. Kills 2. Before it goes down, even though outnumbered. Now more dogs are coming up for Legion. Only Carracks. We need cannon gains or fires. We need something to deal with the dogs. Elephants to deal with the dogs, I guess. And now that turtles can come out. No production for Legion though. Okay, there now he produces from the other dog. That's a lot of Carracks, but Carracks are really not that good against the turtle ships. Up top, Superman Ambusher being annoying, but can kill more than the 4 villagers. Some raids by Agent P. Elephants moving forward, being met by Fire Lancers. Heavies are better against elephants than Fire Lancers, but I guess Fire Lancers are better against everything else. Now some fires forward. But the turtles are being masked in the docks, and Carracks are pretty bad at taking out docks. Do we have cannon gains on the way? We have no cannon gains on the way for Griffin. He's just spamming regular ships and is housed while doing so. allowing maybe the water comeback for Legion. VoNDutcH with camels to block the trade here. Cav archers fighting the water, elephants trying to progress alongside of it as well. Obviously, cannon gains are very costly if you're also making elephants. Griffin would have the resources though. Some cannon gains mixed in there early on would have done so much work, but now it's too late. Now the turtle ships are out for Legion, and when the turtle ships are out, they are crushing the Carrack army. Oh no, Griffin! Where's the elite cannon gain? He had such an advantage. But he over-carracked, and now the turtles are unleashed. And now the water is probably won for Legion just because he has turtle ships. Now it's turtle domination time. Ah, there was a big window there for Griffin. But VoNDutcH is sending lots of camels in, being very annoying. Huge Cav archer mass for Agent P. Mamelukes are out for Superman and Arm Rusher though. Britons with Mars Arbalest to stop this. No longbow? Where are the longbows? Well, maybe a bit of a slower longbow transition. Castles are now up, so should start to mix in longbows here. Longbows then would be kind of decent against the Saracen. And lots of damage being found onto the bases. Elephants and camel forward for Griffin and VoNDutcH. Water, I think, is kind of done for. Do we have cannon gains on the other side? Also no cannon gains, so at least can hold a little bit longer. And the damage is maybe being done here. How much eco kills do we get there? 4 for Griffin, lost 12 though. VoNDutcH got 26 kills. And is coming to support against the Saracen. Now, Britain Hindu actually really nice for fighting the Saracen. I like the Sith combo actually up top if Gamer and VoNDutcH can play well together. Depends on the SO though. Mars says, oh, massive shot on Gamer's Arbalesters. But the Imperial Camels may be able to clean house. I hate that there's Husari in this. Why is there Husari in this? VoNDutcH completely out of gold late to the economy, so no gold, wasted a lot in here, like eating everything in here. Trade is being stopped though. Water will be lost. Castle's trying to go up to delay here, but turtle ships are OP. International A stabilizing up top though, so close game. Population looking good for India. So I think India is ahead, but if VoNDutcH can get gold, should get gold sling from the Briton here. VoNDutch's completely out. Britain's setting out a lot of gold. Gamer being a bit selfish. Market's taken out for Griffin, so he's having some impact, but will lose the water. And therefore, these markets will go down. Safer market constructed by VoNDutcH. Griffin will need some others as well. No cannon gains still for the Koreans though, so the castles will keep damaging, but turtles are also surprisingly good against castles. Yeah, VoNDutcH being out of gold is a problem for them. Oh yeah, Sam's takes were surely based on... solely based on Maxi playing versus not playing, I see. Yeah, Gumi, heyo. The old joke about Megadite trotting into a bar with no counter now applies to elite turtles. It also kind of applies to elite Mamelukes, right? But I guess the Briton Ups and the Imperial Camels are actual counters to them. But yeah, turtles really don't have a counter. Elite turtles at least. Castle Age, they're still pretty expensive. Some elite cannon gates now. Water will be fully won for the Koreans. Heads up top. Britons are trying to push, but need to be careful with TSO around, and VoNDutcH is so out of resources that he can't help. Has got some gold. Did he get some sling? No sling at all. You really need to sling as Britons here as well. Especially to the Hindu pocket. Hussar, man, Hussar when his team has gold. He himself has gold. Hussar versus Mameluke. That is so terrible. British archers outrange SO. They do. When microed. When not microed, they're getting bada boomed by them. Oh my lord. Great fights for Team India. Mamelukes plus Mega CA is scary as well. And now it's a full-on pushback here. Satisfying SO shots if you're rooting for India. Frustrating ones if you're a fan of the international squad. And water being won by the Koreans as well. Koreans also progressing on the southern side. It's looking rough again. 60 villagers only for the international team. All these questions need to be asked the admins and not to me. I actually... well. Doesn't look like it's very useful for Internet A anyways. India seems to be feeling it today. Same way that Qatar got the World Cup? Did I miss a big donation by VoNDutcH? I feel like they could have at least paid into the prize pool, right? Still sitting at 500. I mean, they, for this rigging, it needs at least needs a $100 donation. Ganji in chat? Is Ganji in chat? I'm not doing the caravanserai check if he doesn't say so. But if he's not in chat, Eisen will say so, and then I will do it. Ganji was angry that Eisen took his question away. As we do have Griffin trying to hold here. Okay, I will check. Because now I want to know. Idle trade cards for Griffin is the first thing I find. And VoNDutcH is not a caravanserai maker. Therefore, any team can take him. It's minute 20 and we've got 0 caravanserai. What we do have is a big push for Team India. And a Nova Boom from VoNDutcH again. Just making cav. I am just making Imperial camels, bro. Why are we making cav archers? Okay, against the Helmetiers in the south. They're being pushed here now as well. But the north just really needs an Imperial camel mass to clean everything. It needs a bit more micro from Gamer. I mean, Gamer is making it hard for himself because he's playing Arbalest instead of Longbow. Now, some Longbow are mixed in, but Longbows are way easier. They have 2 more range against TSO. It's a lot easier to not eat these big SO shots that Gamer has been eating. Ah, man. Poor internationals. Can only win Team Islands, I guess. Schedule our match against the winner of this one. We are in Prague, GMT +2. The time zone is even wrong, Aurico. It's GMT. Oh no, currently it's GMT. Never mind. It's GMT +2. Forget what I said. International A has to call it. One of their players each doing one big mistake. Otherwise, I think the Civcom could have worked out. If Gamer micros more and makes more longbows, if VoNDutcH gets to gold earlier and doesn't make Hussar, just makes camels, and if Griffin produces some cannon galleons to take out the docks before the turtle ships, they could have done it. Civs could have worked out here, even though they're creative. But those 3 things happened, and none of these mistakes happened for Team India. Therefore, the team that makes less mistakes wins the game. Maxi likes relic victories now because it's the only way he could win against Boo. It's not over. It is not over. It's 3-1. Match point for India, however. So India is feeling good here. But yeah, come on, Griffin. Get your act and your team together. And don't let them play too bad civs when you're trying to carry civ. As the Bengalis got played here, the Hindustanis got played here. And then they also had the Britons. While the other team sported Saracens and Koreans, high invest there, and even the Magyars. So super high invest by India into Ghost of Mountain. Paid off though. Remaining civilizations, I don't mind for Team International. Golden Stream, Vinland Saga, and Outcrop, the 3 maps left. They still have Spanish for Golden Stream. Still have Mongols maybe for Outcrop or for Vinland Saga. Humans though looming on Team India's roster. You have zero faith in the next 3 civs they will use. Yeah, overly creative Griffin. Is worrying, eh? We're going to Golden Stream next. Last remaining home map for the internationals. Should be Spanish. Maybe Burmese or Malay. Maybe Italians. Bohemians, probably want those in Outcrop, right? I think those are the 4 civs to think about for international. And Team India could maybe play a Berber pocket. So you keep that for Vinland Saga, I think. So it could be like Vietnamese. You play as pocket here, Goth pocket. And Sicilians probably what I would play. But yeah, risk Griffin 4 from the set, not making cannon gains in the game we just saw. You listen to your captain, maybe you shouldn't. Which cooking do you like more, GVA or Griffins? I like Griffins more because it's less frustrating because we didn't lose against them when they were playing good civs. Yeah. Hi, Amons. Oh, I think I've been forgetting the Gamba. I'm supposed to have mods for this. Game 3 was won by India. Guess we didn't have Gamba for game 4, but I will prepare it for game 5. Game is spent. Unfortunate. Can't get the staff these days, am I right? Exactly. They're all on like tablets. They can't sit down at their PCs anymore to do predictions because they're all lying on the couch. Lazy as fucks. Maxi next then? Nathespike. Nathespike has arrived. Alright. Here's the reverse sweep carry for Team International. Nathespike here to save the day. Nathespike, Griffin, and VoNDutcH the next lineup. There is hope for Team International. Smurf the Spike has arrived. Maxi got scared and left. Maxi got benched after the opening on Runestones, man. Why has he not been playing? Maybe he can only play now, I don't know. I haven't seen him in voice chat yet. I think he just arrived. Oh, Lucky Calms answered. Oh, I need to find out the Gujara win rate. 1 second, this is important. I just happened to see the Hindu win rate by that. Hindustanis have a 36% win rate? What? The supposedly best pocket civ? Only won 4 games? Is there a mistake? Oh, they weren't pool 1 in the group stage though, right? And pool 1 lost a lot? I guess? But still, that's a Hindustani win rate. I think it should change for the playoffs or with the playoffs, but... Wild. Going to Golden Stream. Game not started yet. Dominicano isn't answering? Who's Dominicano? He has an AoE League scheduled for now. Ah, Maxi is supposed to play AoE looks. It's not a fair way to look at it. No, if a team don't want to do an overkill in Civ, a bad Civ could mean other Civs are good, for example. It's not a unconfusing way you phrase your message, Admiral Zhao. If that makes sense, it doesn't. At least on first glance. If I read that with enough time, maybe it makes sense. But I won't be able to tell you. International 8 running out of pocket civs. That doesn't help when you lose them all, when you use them all on Coastal Mountain, right? Bengalis and Hindus, same game. Tar, Mongol, Spanish. Is Mongols a good pocket? Mongols is weird. I mean, if you play Celts, you might not want 1 or 2 other OP civs, so the other civs should be bad, but Celts are a civ that does the trick. Well, did you see the set draw? I think Griffin might adhere you to your logic, but playing Wei and Khitans with Celts wasn't that great of an idea. Length to get destroyed? Yeah, that's tough. That's why you usually play them on Coastal Mountain. But we didn't do that here. We are, however, into the Golden Stream game. Do or die for Team International. Yep, man out. I know, think Arabia team is fine, no? Golden Stream is starting. You can see the civilizations, and I have opened the Gamba as well. Goth flank for Superman and Arm Rusher, so he will be true to his name, and he will try to rush with Man at Arms. Mongols on flank. Mongols on flank for VoNDutcH. Oh boy. Mongols on water map flank. Griffin with Spanish pocket. Berber pocket makes sense for Golden Stream. Could be strong on other maps too. Nathespike with Italians. Goth versus Mongols. Oh lord. That could be actually fine, right? If you make step lances, that's fine for Mongols. And there's the Syrian flank. For Agent P, that should be really bad against Mongols. It could work. It could work for International. Steps record, yeah. You'll be very impressed if he makes Man at Arms at DM. Just pick Urchins. Easy. Shikso, who was in chat here as well. I read him earlier. Was the first ever player to make Man at Arms in Deathmatch. In a TDM set. Welcome to Golden Stream. Match point for India. Berber pocket for Legion. Flanks are the Sicilians for Agent P, and Man at Arm Rusher with the Goth will be fighting against the Italians. So condos against Goth units. And on the other side, we do have the Mongols going against the Sicilians. That should be a great matchup for the Mongol. V1000 down for VoNDutcH. And he was just in chat when I commented on Palisade Walls. And he does Palisade Walls. And he loses a villager, also trying to wall in a villager here. I mean, that's such very confident. Agent P therefore with a will kill. And Nathespike lost the will as well. Is playing pretty open against the Ghost, trying to make the chicken castle. Kondo spam starting. How are we looking on the houses for Super Man-at-Arm Russia? He's added what? Cav archers? Okay. I can get behind it, right? If you want to deny the castle with the Goth Rush. Where are the Huskarls? No Huskarls. Straight opening champions. That is not fast enough, I think. Nath is fine. Spanish coming to help here in the south. Going for VoNDutcH. Also going for the docks. And straight cannon gains for Griffin. Now he's making all the cannon gains that he forgot to make last game. Not as good on Cotton Swamp anymore, though. As they used to be, because land units are better against ships now. It's for Spanish a lot stronger on Cavasan, actually. We tested them as Golden Stream Pocket and I wasn't that convinced. Goss kind of a nice counter, but Goss are playing there. 1v1 here, castle goes up for Nath. And the condos seem to be doing well. Nath might be the player that Team International needed. Long-term Mongols should have a good matchup here. Ooh, why so many step lancers? No camels. Cavalier start. Almost bada boomed our own castle there. Definitely killed our palisade walls. Stone walls, man. Nathespike is the top player international, let's go. Is it best of 7? What else would it be? Best of 9? It is best of 7. How do we protect those cannon gains from all the camels? Legion playing... Ignoring water? Huh? Okay, no Berber Navy. That's the problem I mentioned, right? Ships are kind of bad against land units now. We need demos or something here against the land units. Griffin is getting wrecked by camels. No demos. Oh, they're all shooting the same unit. Oh no. At least Nath is fine. Maybe Cavaters are finding some damage. That is so costly for Griffin. You can't play pure cannon gains anymore. How do you not test this at this stage of the tournament? Helvetiers, okay, that works as well as a meat shade, I guess. Ooh, but he lost so many. But no water play at all should not really work for the pocket. India OP with Dragonstar, they are good, they are practicing a lot. They are taking it seriously and they're really motivated. The India team has been very nice and great guys. I really like them. They're also watching streams. They're playing lobbies. Caval's counter Navy? Well, because Navy is cavalry, right? Lots of camels for Legion. Developing onto the middle, also adding some even fishing ships? Okay, I don't know true about fishing ships. But he's adding Navy now. And Legion is unfortunately outplaying Griffin in pocket here. VoNDutcH is in a good state and has Mangudai SO that should beat Sicilians. It's looking a bit dicey though. Super Man-at-Arm Russia surrounding. Also has some Navy. So the Goth playing solid here. For Super Man-at-Arm Russia, true to his name. Italian Pyrotechnia and Condottiero at least holding their land. This is a massive push in by Legend. Might be a bit wasteful. Well, it used to work. It used to work, King Wu. But not on new water. I mean, you always needed a few demos. Now people think demos don't exist anymore, so I guess Griffin made only the cannon gains. And they all died, and they were very costly. No wood for Griffin at all, as he's spamming Helvetiers. Castle will survive though, so I guess that's okay. Ooh, traps are lost here actually for VoNDutcH. I think Nathespike might now get some issues. He does have the pyrotechnia hand cannons though, so that can be fine. Maybe we can transition to a later game. The Romans are being insanely annoying here though. No navy to counter them. Nothing on water, so, and no halberdier or infantry. You can simply spam land units here too. I mean, Romans are probably the best ship against land units now. Cheeky castle outside of vision for Superman-at-Arm Russia. Oh boy, International A is in trouble again. VoNDutcH needs to win his side with the Mongols. He's struggling on gold again though. Kind of tends to not send enough to gold early. Has some TCs around it, also multiple TCs on the main gold at least. Griffin is bit stabilizing here, but these Romans are an issue, denying everything and the trade possibilities. And the middle is on lock for Legion. Legion is indeed looking very good. He looked very good consistently, I think, throughout India's games. It's very slow what's happening here, and I feel like the attacks by Superman-at-Arm Russia are faster. Castle chaining under all the pyrotechnia and cannons, so a bit of a trappy castle, but we need to shoot at the villagers. Trebuchet is shooting away at them. I think this castle will be denied. More villagers are coming though. 30% and no HP. Second Trebuchet firing at the other castle. Confident. Pyrotechnia hand cannons should have a field day here, no? Let me click them. 132 kills on the hand cannons. Castle goes up. Should go down to these 2 shots again. So goes up very briefly. And the Nathespike is holding with the power of the hand cannons. But these Romans are still there. These Romans are still a problem. With halberdiers, the elite cannon guns now at least have a meat shield. So can work a little bit better here against the Berbers. Berbers with the fast ships. Camel archers out as well. Could be useful against the Mongols, but the Mongols have lots of siege. And no meat shield though. Nice attack round. VoNDutcH, let's go. Great and crucial attack round onto the Cavalier. They would have killed a siege if it wasn't for that. Need another one though. Oh, nice. Not as nice as I thought. Can Onagers now forward for Agent P as well? Cavalier making it onto the siege Onagers. These Cavalier looking to snipe the Trebuchets. Trebuchets are starting to fall. But the Mangudai do enough damage. So VoNDutcH kind of keeps the push alive. Can maybe go forward now. Griffin is starting to stabilize, starting to push back, but doesn't really have that much cannon gates. These Romans still hindering all the trade, and on this map there is not much gold in the bases, so gold can easily completely run out here. Short trade between these 2 players. Just send some 5-10 halberdiers or something. Clean these Romans up. These Romans for Superman-at-Arm Russia, I feel like are winning the game. Otherwise, situation is kind of fine for International A. It's an even game, but if it wasn't for these Romans of Superman-at-Arm Russia. Huskarl's now going to reinforce the Romans. The Romans denying all the trade might be the central thing here. How is it looking on gold? VoNDutcH is completely out. Has mined his gold at home. Somebody needs to ping these Romans. Somebody needs to do something about these Romans. He's even attacked grounding the trade here or what? He was firing in front. Didn't hit it though. But 13 Romans single-handedly winning the series. Not single-handedly, but on the other side. No, VoNDutcH! Loses all the Mangudais to Camel Archers while looking somewhere else. G to the G, boys. Unless the Romans disappear. Then maybe he can make another Mangudai Mars. But without any gold access, it's hard to construct Mangudai and he cannot replace them. Oh, Camelot is not also supporting. Yeah, I think the trade denial. The fact they have full control of Superman and Arm Rusher of this river. They stabilized on all the fronts, but never got onto water. And therefore, Superman and Arm Rusher will win this game with 13 Roman. And without gold, the fronts will crumble now. International A will go down in history as the team that can only win team islands. Your coach needs to bring 111 wins on gold. Did he do that? He deleted some now. He's at 89. Actually, Griffin is pushing a bit. Kill the castle in the middle. Undefeated on team islands. Yeah, but defeated on everything else, Maxi. Oh, the Dromons have moved. That's a mistake. The Dromons have moved. If the Dromons have moved, we can maybe start trading. I feel like they're just not looking though. Like, how is nobody sending like 5 units to deal with these Dromons? How are we ignoring that? That's not a strong raid. But there's 5 units in the trade that are killing everything. And they're super easy to get to clear. Now it's 6 units because the lead Camelot just joined. It seems lazy. Yeah, that's why it's so... I don't know. I don't want them to feel that bad, right? But I'm feeling bad because I really wanted Griffin's team to do well. Those aren't really hitting much. They're hitting enough. You can look at the gold count for Team International A. Oh, thank God! Thank goodness gracious! Some pikemen. Please spread formation though. Some pikemen are finally going to deal with the Dromons. It has realized. And they're dealing with the Galleons. Pikes OP. Let's go, Nathespike. We have a chance. We have a chance. It's not a big chance because they lost a lot in the meantime. And Agent P is Dromon. Not Dromon pushing. Talk so much about Dromons. Donjon pushing VoNDutcH now. Who is making Hussar because he's trying to make trade. Some hand cannons going to the death as well. Skirmishers, the only army Nathespike can afford, and that's an easy switch to Huskarls. We even have Jenny Tours. Goth Jenny Tours. Alright, not seeing that too often. Super Man-at-Arm Russia, more like Super Jenny Tour Russia. Huskarl Jenny Tour, interesting comp. They have trade though, right? Look how easy that was. It was so easy. Patrolling 10 pikes, right? Well, now it's easy if the Dromons don't hit anything. But the Camelot just should hit them now. Old eco looking rough. No shit, Sherlock. Skirm play going strong though. Yeah, it is sad. GG is called. Not sad for India though. India is proud. They take a series 4-1. Well deserved by India. They prepared a lot. They improved so much. They played so much better in this series than in previous ones. They're getting better every set, so... Expect a lot from India here. I said Dark Horse favorites, so... India, looking good. Maybe potential contender to win Silver League. Unfortunately, this is the end for International A. At least VoNDutcH got some more games in. Well done, Agent P. Congratulations. Good showing by your team. I'm being called.